March 14th, 2023. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. And what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about ghost. We're going to talk about interdimensional beings and a little bit about witchcraft. So, where do we begin here? Well, I was out and about going around to the thrift stores today. And over the past several years, I've accumulated certain objects with energies that have been put into them, and even come across some entities along the way. And today was no exception. I was out at Blue Springs and I went into Red Racks, and one of the items at Red Racks, basically something poked me. And I don't mean poke me like that, but got my attention. Now, how does an entity feel? Now, you've heard people talk about there's cold spots, there's hot spots. In Reiki, or whatever else you say some people practice, when you throw this energy out, depending when you pull it up through your body, through your chakras, and you control it, it can feel like a warm, sunny day. It can feel like a cool breeze. And sometimes that is a sign that there's something there. And that's what I felt today. Today I felt it was a push of energy, and it was just kind of a cool breeze. But also, I could feel that whatever this was, now I can't tell you if it was a ghost or if it was an interdimensional being, but it wanted out of there. So I walked through the store, and I'd picked another object up. I was walking through the store with. I thought about getting it, and it was actually, this object was actually laying in front of this. And at first I wanted to see if the object I picked up was doing it or if it was the other. So I walked through the store, come back, didn't feel no energy from what I was holding in my hand. But when I come back again, I got another blast of energy. Now let me explain something. There's a difference between when somebody puts energy into an object and you can feel it vibrate, okay? And if actually something approaches you, pushes on you, you feel that. I've also felt like ghosts are real apt. Either it will feel like most of the time I feel them, a lot of times they'll feel like a hot spot. They'll be like, say if you walk through one area, you can actually feel that. Sometimes it's cold. It just depends on what it is exactly. But today I'm going to show you what the object was. And then I got several objects laying here on my bed too. I'm going to talk about a little bit over the past years that I picked up at Salvation Army, Red Racks, different thrift stores and stuff that do have energy in them. And they don't need to be recharged because the energy's still in them. Now, let's go take a look here. Now, this is what I picked up today. Now, it looks like an antique, guys, but it's not. Amazon sells them. Walmart sells them. And what caught my eye about this, it was dirty too, but it also had glitter in the bottom. Didn't know this was this candle was an electric candle either, which I really once I got it back to my car and stuff, I took the glass out because I didn't want it to get broke. But there was a ton of glitter down here. Now, what does that mean? Well, now we're going to talk about witchcraft a little bit. When they perform their little rituals or ceremonies, like when you learn to breathe in Reiki, you have to learn how to move that energy around. But they also believe if you can take, say you can imagine that that glitter you're putting your energy into that glitter and blowing it into that, looking at that candle, that flame, it puts that energy, it would put the energy into the object even, okay? So when you put energy into something, just like once all your chakras are open, everything, I mean, it opens up more things because there's entities that actually see that if you're lit up in the light or not. So when they put their energy into this, they don't always think about certain things, guys. Because if they put energy into this, and say, whether it be a ghost, whether it be some kind of interdimensional being, it might attract it, okay? Or it might even entrap it in a way. Especially if it's a ghost and if it's confused, it might think that, it's like go towards the light. If they felt energy, it might entrap it and they might not know what to do. Because usually a lot of times ghosts, they're confused because they don't know how to pass away, go on through. And sometimes they do need help. But I cleaned this up, got almost all the glitter off of it and everything. And wanted to show you guys that. Make another good little object here in the goth room. Not bad. Now, I'm going to show you this. This I come across about, it was about 8 years ago or 10 years ago. It's another candle holder. In the witchcraft, they use lots of candles, to focus their energy on. But this, and also this has got a sign of a Pisces. Anything be better than a Capricorn. Don't want a Capricorn. But Pisces, what's on this, guys? But this here has an amount of energy, it's unbelievable. Now, somebody spent a lot of time and effort throwing energy into doing something with this. Okay. Now, did it work for them? I doubt it. But the energy they put into this got lodged into this candle holder. Okay. So what can it be used for? Well, what I use it for, I use it like a quartz crystal. I use it to repel negative energy. That's what I do. And this has stayed constant. Now, like I said, I've had this for a long time. And like I say, it's never diminished whatsoever. Now, also women like mirrors and compacts. This I got over at a Salvation Army way back. It was probably about 8 years back on that. It's like a compact like, but it's made out of metal. It's old. And depending on what they were doing with this too, were they using it for good? Were they using it to, for bad? Depends. But the energy is in it, and I can feel it. Just like passing your hand over crystals, certain ones that vibrate. There's a lot of vibrational energy in that. Now, that's why those places will sage stuff, because that clears all that out, but they can't sage everything. Now this is an antique mirror. I also use it also to deflect negative energy. And I don't mean you use the mirror itself. It could be used just like a quartz crystal and aimed. But the energy in it is very strong, very strong. But I thought that was interesting. And this, like I say, this entity or interdimensional being really, really, really wanted to get out of over there at Red Racks. And like I say, I have no idea what they were using the lamp for. But anyway, I freed it, put it that way. Anyway, guys, just a little bit of fun talk today. And keep your eyes open. and have a good one out there.